There were two groups on the ice on Friday as I'm joined by Mark Spector. The Edmonton Oilers splitting their training camp session to end the week into two separate groups. But one of the players, Caleb Jones, was finally joining the main group. And Mark, afterwards, he explained why he had been in Edmonton but hadn't been with his teammates.
Yeah, young Caleb Jones basically started out his Zoom call with the Edmonton media by making a statement. And what he said was, when I arrived from Dallas, they tested me immediately, and I tested positive for COVID-19. He said it was an absolute surprise. He felt great. He was asymptomatic, but of course had to begin the quarantine that happens at such time. His quarantine ran out right about the time camp opened. He skated. He was listed as unfit to practice. Skated a little bit with the second groups, but he's back with the team today, and he's a young guy like many out there who have had their first experience with COVID-19.
What did you make of the fact this young guy has taken the approach of telling everybody exactly what was going on, where in some other cases we're left to wonder why maybe a player or two is unfit to practice with their teammates?
Right. I mean, there shouldn't be a stigma here, Gene. It's 2020, and this pandemic is it's hitting touching a lot of people. Of course, the most famous case was Austin Matthews in Toronto, where it was reported by a reporter that he had COVID-19. He did not announce it, and the debate rages on how us in the media should handle this. Certainly no one here was going to report that until Caleb Jones came out and said it himself. And I admire the young man for hitting it head on, right? He knows when you're unfit, listed as unfit, everyone out there is wondering, right? Why are you unfit? Why aren't you playing with a big group? He just came out, he took it on straight ahead, and announced it this morning and answered a bunch of questions about it.
Yeah, as head coach Dave Tippett saying, you got to respect the young man's choice to be upfront and honest with it. Well, it's a beautiful day in Edmonton on Friday. It was a stormy Thursday night, and by the time the storm came and went, it left some damage in different areas, including Rogers Place. What's the update?
The update is a very positive one. It's kind of ironic, The reason we're all gathered here in Edmonton, or we will be gathered when all the teams show up, is there's not going to be any fans at these games. They're going to be empty houses. The reason that the rainstorm that caused all that flooding at Rogers Place last night isn't that big a deal is because they don't have to set up for 18,000 fans coming in each night. If they had fans coming, it would be a little bit more of a panic around there, but the damage that was caused was mostly to areas that, the Ford Hall and places that are really set up for fans to attend games, had no effect in the dressing rooms, had no effect on the ice surface. They'll be able to put on their bubble games here in Edmonton. No problem.
Yeah, the Oilers Entertainment Group putting out a statement explaining exactly what went wrong, but that everything is right when it comes to being one of two hub cities in Canada and for the return of play for the National Hockey League. For Mark Spector, I'm Gene Principe for Sportsnet in Edmonton.